Hi Lynette, I hope this works very well for you to be able to access this material. And thank you for taking the time to send in the answer for the newsletter. Much appreciated. And I believe that you've done numerology with me back in 2009. So you probably understand very much the basic ones. So what I'm going to do is go through the chart just to a few highlights and things that jump out at me. So one of the things that strikes me is that the numbers are pretty much even. 2 on the mental plane, 2 on the emotional, and we've got 3 on the physical. Okay. And you've a ruling 7 and also a day 7. So you've really come in to learn that lesson very strongly. And for me, the 7s, they're the teachers. They want to experience life directly. It's like, hit me with your best shot life. They don't want to be taught by other people. They want to go out there and experience. And because they've learnt, not so much the hard way, but just with a lot of experience directly, they're able to relate that when they're teaching. So they quite often, and it doesn't have to be an overly formal one, but we're often sharing those experiences to the people around them as well. 7s are very honest people, and sometimes they're a little bit gullible, that they're overly trusting. They've got a very high level of integrity and they assume other people are going to be like that. So their discernment picking up people who maybe shouldn't be trusted or not be accepted at face value, it can be a bit of a problem. And with the 7, there's often of learning of lessons, health, money, relationships, and often those things get taken away from them. And as a consequence, they become very philosophical. See, 7, it's the highest number on the physical plane, which we can see down here, the 147. And it's to realize there's more than just the physical. And because they often have experiences of losing material things, they start to question, well, what's the real importance? What is the things of value? And some of those deeper philosophical questions like, why am I here? They get drawn to those ones. It's not for a ruling 7 just have a very comfortable life accumulating material things and hoping life sails through very easily. And the fact that you're a day 7, it really comes in for that way. And the other thing I've noticed with 7s, there's often be a fascination with sharp objects. I'd be curious in your kitchen if you've got sharp knives, for example. A lot of 7s, many surgeons are ruling 7s. Are you a ruling 7 too, Rosie? You're making a lot of noise down there. Okay. Now, in the year cycle, which goes for the calendar year in the year 2, and the year 2 is more of an inner quiet year. It's developing intuition. It's a great time for spiritual retreat, meditation, reflection that way. So, people have never meditated, a great time to do it in year 2. Also, I'm not sure of your living circumstances, but people, may be living alone. They like to maybe interact more with other people. If they're working alone, that they often might want to do some work where they're joining with other people. There's a sense of partnership, working with other people. Oh, come on. Okay. I don't think Lynette wants to hear you whining down there. Okay. So, doing some of the spiritual essences would be a particularly good time, Lynette, in the year 2, as well as doing meditation. Now, if we look at the arrows, where you've got 3 numbers in a row, you've got 2, and they're very powerful ones. You've got the arrow of determination. So if you set your goals and determined to do something, there's a lot of focus to do it. And the nice thing is you've got the 4, because it means if something doesn't happen as quickly as you'd like, you don't get too impatient. But you're being very impatient. Where's your ruling 4? Where's your 4s, Rosie? Okay, now, so that's a real nice positive one. The other arrow you've got is the 4, 5, 6, which is the arrow of the will. And when you combine the arrow of the will with the arrow of the determination, you've got a very potent energy. Unfortunately, sometimes the arrow of the will overtakes and it's like, we're doing it my way. And other people say, oh, that's not such a good idea. Maybe you shouldn't. But it's like, no, this way. And maybe that's where the ruling 7 comes in, of learning lessons, that sometimes just to slow down a little bit, that take some extra advice in ways you're going. I've got exactly the same thing, the arrow of determination and the arrow of the will, so I can appreciate this one. And, doing the two, slowing down, getting your own inner guidance, that makes the arrow of the will far more potent. So it's a very powerful, dynamic chart. There's being a female, you get an extra 2 to develop sensitivity. You haven't got the 7, but you've got the ruling 7 and the day 7, so I don't think you need 2 more in that regard. So, yeah, I hope that's been of help to you, Lynette. All the very best. Bye.